Legal teams negotiate plea deal amidst outrage over missing child's unresolved case.
So listen, guys, what I want to tell you is that if they're already having deep discussions like this, I hate to tell you guys, and we're gonna have this conversation throughout this episode. Again, we have an entire episode to go tonight where everybody in this case, all the significant YouTubers that came together, all came together on one episode. But I do think that on October 16th, that they're going to put out a plea deal to these monsters, and they won't even make it to the preliminary hearing. I think maybe the October 28th will get turned into more of a how long they're going to be doing. Kelly Holcomb says, I love your channel. I'm listening in the bushes. I'm rooting for you on Turtle Island. You deserve it. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you guys could smash that like button, it's free. They're off and on 220 people in chat, and I only got less than 100 likes. Come on, guys. Help a sister out, all right? Help your girl out. What's up, Liv? How you doing? All right.
The judge also signing a protective order, something both defense teams objected to. Today's conference lasted less than 10 minutes. And meanwhile, outside court, volunteers with the group called Emmanuel's Law, we've talked to them before, gathered this afternoon, pushing their petition to strengthen child protections.
So Emmanuel's Law is a grassroots movement born.
And this is really awesome that they're doing this, guys, that they're doing a grassroots movement for Emmanuel. They're trying to change the laws, and you know what grassroots is. It's just like on the ground, them getting people together to sign it, out there, going in front of anywhere they can where people can get into it and join. All right, that's awesome that they're doing that. Yes, please smash that like.
From foster families and child advocates across the U.S., and its mission is simple.
Yep,
to stop
I do.
Children from being returned to abusers and to create a public registry for child offenders.
Volunteers have been following the case. Ortiz says they collected more than 200 signatures from supporters this weekend in Joshua Tree. Tonight, she says they plan to collect signatures outside the Haro home in Cabazon. You can see the memorial there.
All right, so if any of you guys are down there, go sign that. If you're close to that area, find out how to get in touch with those people. If you're local, go sign it. Go help them. I'm sure they would take volunteers for a grassroots effort. What's up, Wolfpack? Good to see you. Much love to you. Just Josie. I love you, Scottish Unicorn, just because of your name. Only me, baby. Good to see you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way in. Thank you, Lori, for supporting Guilty of Crime with that super sticker. Much love. Much love. We got a good episode today, in my opinion.
Meanwhile, we do have reached out to officials for updates on the investigation. Tonight, the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department telling me there are no new updates on the search for Emmanuel's remains. For now, in the newsroom, Garrett Hoddle, back to you.
All right, so they are trying to keep many things hush-hush, you guys, and they're doing that rightfully so. They don't want someone to go out there and mess up the scene, or I don't know. Is there a still a reward going, guys? I'm not sure. All right, let's keep going. Check out these monsters, but we're also going to be talking about we're talking straight up about the plea deal right now. So get out your swords, get out your armor. California attorneys, guys, are pushing for a plea deal in the Emmanuel Haro case. Not good. And I'm telling you that these monsters are probably going to take it, but we need it to be harsher than what they did before. Now, remember, we thought it was the worst of the worst yesterday. For those of you that joined me on my episode yesterday, for the children that were locked in there in the room, and then the 6-year child that was in the cage, they got 2 days and a year of probation. Now, this little boy without a body, what can they really do? What can they really charge them with without a body? Right? Plea deals are in the works, guys. It sounds like it. Let's go.
In California, lawyers are pushing for a possible plea agreement in the Emmanuel Haro case.
Not good, guys.
The missing baby's parents, Jake and Rebecca, were in court as prosecutors and the defense try to strike a deal. It has been more than a month now since Emmanuel was reported missing. His parents were arrested days later and are pleading not guilty. His body has not been found. Emmanuel's mom, Rebecca, had initially reported him missing in August. She told police at the time she was assaulted in a parking lot in California and that the baby was kidnapped. Investigators say her story was
Hola, remember? Hola, and then she wakes up later. Yeah, justice for baby boy Emmanuel, guys, because this is when even prosecutors and the lawyers are all on the same page and pushing for a deal this hard. Now, they do not have to find the baby's body, Moni, but my whole point is if you know true crime and you know the legal system and you pay attention to how the law works, without the body and already talking plea deals, the sentence is not going to even be close to what you guys are talking about in chat. All right. We're talking LWAP. That's not even close to what's going to happen. Yeah. Nancy G would be big mad.
Inconsistent and it didn't add up. In 2018, Emmanuel's father, Jake, had a suspended sentence for a separate child abuse case, leaving his then 10-month-old daughter permanently disabled. In 2023, he pled guilty to willful child cruelty and was given 6 years probation. He allegedly violated that parole, was arrested, and then let go after posting bail. That prompted criticism from the Riverside DA.
It was an outrageous.
So here's the thing, guys, with that happening and the criticism that they're putting it on the judge. They're literally putting it on the judge. All right. They're saying it was not our fault. We wanted to give this guy a long, long time, but it didn't happen because we put in our suggestions and the judge said, F you all. This is what I'm going to do anyway. All right. I don't know what's wrong with the Cali court system. It's not just Cali, Kathy. It's Florida. It's Utah. It's everywhere. And yes, Mom, I pray that they find this little boy and he's laid to rest. We don't know what happened to him, but I'm going to take what I'm hearing from private investigators that they may have targeted where he is. Yeah, judge approved it. Yep.
Error in judgment by this judge.
Error in judgment.
And I don't have any problem saying that. I'm not attacking the judge personally. That decision was absolutely outrageous. Mr. Haro should have been in prison at the time that this crime happened. And if that judge had done his job as he should have done, Emmanuel would be alive today. And that's a shame and it's an outrage. And I hate to say that, but
and you know what the problem is when people are pointing fingers at each other like that, it's not good because they're on the same team. Okay, they should be on the same team. Can you imagine if it were me and my 4 guilty of crime mods and we did something really messed up after having a discussion and I said, screw you guys, I'm going to do this anyway. Well, that falls on everybody and their decision. They should not have done this and they're pointing fingers. All right. Why not just take the blame, apologize and go harder? I just don't get it. I can't get it. I can't understand.
Our criminal justice system breaks down. I'm going to just call it like it is and tell you
it
broke down. It's not how it's supposed to work.
Former federal prosecutor and partner at Jones Walker LLP, David Weinstein, is with us this morning. Do you agree? I mean, did the system fail this little boy letting his dad out?
They didn't only fail the little boy, guys. They failed that little girl that was 10 weeks old. How do you abuse a 10-week-old by taking everything but her life? That's the only thing he didn't take from her was her life, guys. That's it. She lives and she breathes, but she can't see. I don't even know how. I think she's eating through a feeding tube. She can't walk. She uses 3%. He might as well have just taken her freaking life, but he didn't. That's the only thing he didn't take. Thank you so much, Lori, for that guilty of crime membership. Chief Rocca, good to see you. Wolfpack says Emmanuel wouldn't have been conceived. I was saying that too. He wouldn't have been, but why even point the finger at each other?
I'm not sure what failed this little boy. Marnie, even if he had been put back in, there's no telling if he had been released. We also don't know whether
I
the
agree.
alleged abuse took place at the hands of the father or the mother. If the mother's just
That's
part
true.
of a cover-up,
They blamed
we
each
know that the
other.
father has a prior history of child abuse, a conviction for that.
Well, listen, guys, in the past, he also blamed his ex. And I have a feeling he's doing that now. All right. Thank you so much, Lori. I appreciate you. Look at Lori trying to get you guys in the green. Yeah, she's blind. Thank you, Lolo. He took everything but her life.
And so, yes, it would appear that based on the facts we know, the system has failed this little child, but there's no telling if it might not have happened, even if the father had been punished more severely for what had occurred.
How much more difficult is it for the prosecution to get a conviction in this case, or to approach
Without a body?
their legal argument without a body?
Without a body.
It's not impossible, but it certainly makes things more difficult because the allegations here are that the child died because of abuse and neglect. That means they're going to have to present evidence that predated.
I don't think they're going to, guys. Get your whatever you get out when you get pissed off. Get it out now, because right now, Jay from Guilty of Crime is predicting that on October 16th, we're going to have a plea deal. All right. If they do not find that baby Emmanuel, we're going to have a plea deal. And it probably not going to be a plea deal that you guys or I like. All right. And he might not get away with it, Val, but he might not. He probably, without a body, taking a plea deal, not good. All right. All right, let's keep going. We got a while. We got everybody put together in one episode today after this, and major discussions.
The disappearance of the child. If they had recovered the body of the child, they'd have some evidence. They'd be able to have a medical examiner testify as to what the cause of death was. So it's not an easy case. It's certainly a circumstantial case. And that gives a little bit of leverage to the defense in terms of what they're seeking on their side. But for the prosecution, you've got a prior conviction of the father for similar events. You have the mother who gave a story that turned out not to be true. And so each side has a little bit of leverage. I don't think that the punishment is going to be as severe as it would have been had there.
Ding, ding, ding. Not only is it going to be as severe as it could be, but they don't want to lose this case. We didn't find Harmony. There's many times they didn't. But yeah, Harmony's stepmom testified that she was, yes, I don't want to use that word, but yes. All right. Now, guess what, guys? I didn't even realize this just yet, but I guess we're giving out a Foxy box today. Is that right, Foxy? I see you guys in chat. If you guys want to win a Foxy box, and you do, trust me, you want to win a Foxy box. If you want to win a Foxy box, all you got to do is hit the like button, drop a comment, and make sure you're in the green. All right, Jay in chat, what is Emmanuel law trying to be passed? I read that before. Let me look it up as we go. All right. There's multiple people saying that, but I don't have an answer right off the top of my head. I can look it up. Barbie G says, question, Jay, do you know if baby Amanda has been taken to the doctor? They have not said a thing about that, but that's a HIPAA law. We can't look into that. And when we ask, nobody tells us anything. Loudmouth says, thank you so much. Whoever gifted the membership. I think it was Lori Miner. Thank you, Lori. Hell yeah, he should have went to trial for that shit. No body, no plea. All right. Montana, Foxy Boxes, Rock. Tiff will rummage around in Cash Patel's bag. You'll find a little pick-me-up. Oh, my God. Thank you so much, Janet, for supporting the channel. And Marissa, happy Friday. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let's go. We're going to get a Foxy box given out today. Yeah, thank you, guys. And thank you, Lori.
Being a body that was recovered.
So there's talk of a plea deal for both parents, and both legal teams are seemingly working something out. Would that be in exchange for information about what happened to him or where he is?
Well, that's certainly always an element in any plea negotiation or any bargain, acceptance of responsibility. If they're going to enter a plea of guilty, or even one where they don't contest the charges and plead no contest, they're going to have to step up at the time of sentencing and accept responsibility, or the judge is certainly going to be a lot harsher on them, and the prosecution is not going to recommend anything but a more severe punishment. So I certainly think they're going to have to cooperate and give some information as to what happened and where the body was located.